it was interesting. Getting ready for this was almost like finding out you have 24 hours to prepare for a calculus final when all you had is general arithmetic. Because getting ready for their pressure and how hard they play, you can't duplicate. You've played, but you haven't seen that. And I was really pleased with how our kids handled that. I'm sure at times it didn't look like we were very good at handling it, but we made them work for the most part. Our turnovers, for the most part, were dead ball turnovers, so we could get back and set our defense. I asked our kids to not back down and to play really hard and together, and we did that. And we had a couple stretches in the second half where we really changed the game. We had a stretch where we gave up 3 scores on inbounds plays, and then the stretch at the end where we missed some free throws, missed a layup, and had a giveaway turnover for a layup, kind of finished it off. But they're an elite level team. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, and you know, we're close to getting there, and that's what we have to learn and understand and keep pushing towards.
Jim, was this, will you look back at this maybe as an opportunity lost from the standpoint, you had the game kind of the way you wanted in the first half. I'm sure if somebody tells you you're going to hold them to 50 in the first half, you say, I'll take it. Take my chances.
Yeah.
I mean, is it?
I think it was a lot more them than us to change it, to be quite honest
Right.
with you. I mean, you know, they spread us out a little bit more in the second half and stopped trying to go one-on-one, and you know, that made us work even harder on defense, which kind of wore us out. We had to work so hard to get anything offensively.
Right.
We became a step slow and gave up some fouls, and when you get slow, you don't communicate as well. So, you know, we can kind of look back at just about every loss and have kind of an opportunity missed. We got to approach it that we saw what we're capable of and make sure we learn from it and incorporate it into the next game and the next, you know, 15 games.
Liz was pretty much what you predicted.
Yeah. I mean, you know, she hit those big shots, you know, and we did a really good job on her in the first half. And you know, she had the one in the out of bounds play, which you know, we could have switched out to take away. We didn't. She had one off a down screen, which we didn't show out. But then the one on the step back was just, I mean, we switched out and played everything. That was a you know, first team all Big East shot, and you know, you try to make them make shots, and we didn't make them do that for the whole second half like we'd hoped. But you know, something that we can learn from.
What did you learn about your team tonight? Maybe you didn't.
I learned we're pretty tough.
Right.
I wouldn't say I've questioned that. I've wondered about that, and now that I've seen it, I'm going to demand it all the time. And I hope our kids learn that. I mean, let's face it. We did this and played pretty tough with our leading scorer not having a very good game. So that's a positive thing, and now how does Meg respond to that is something that we're curious about. But you know, we find a way, and we can defend, and you know, we put ourselves in a chance to pull it off. We just didn't finish it off.
Jim, how difficult was it when they finally started to reestablish the inside to open the second half? That really, you know.
Yeah, and that's a credit to them. You know, we had taken away their perimeter, and we really had done a good job of forcing them to take things from the outside, and they were willing to. The second half, they weren't willing to. So we were trying to take it away, and they weren't willing to. We, you know, we gave up a couple of easy ones on some inbounds play, which I think gave them confidence. And 20 made some great plays, and they did a good job getting it to her. And you know, again, I think we were a step slow in some of our rotations in the second half because we just had to work so darn hard offensively against their defense.
Have you ever seen a game in which, I mean, the offense just wasn't, I mean, well, the defense was playing so well, but a team, you must be impressed with how your team held a 6th-ranked team in the nation to miss 15 of 16.
Yeah, I was really pleased. We can defend. I mean, we've been doing that all year, and we've done it. You know, we held a really good St. John's team in check. We held a really good Middle Tennessee team in check. You know, we can defend when we're all on the same page, and we're understanding that more and more. You know, our goal was to not let their defense be their offense, and at times in the second half they did, and we couldn't do much with that. And then at times they just, to be quite honest, they ran by us. It wasn't because we weren't trying or going hard. They just, you know, they had kids who were faster.
And what are you guys thinking in the first half? You're up 3 different times. They don't score for the first 3.5 minutes. They're 1 out of 17, and it seemed like you had some chances to put some space and couldn't hit shots. But you're thinking, well, geez, you know, if we can keep this up, or.
Well, we wanted to focus, like, knowing that our defense would control the game, so we weren't worried about our offense that much, but then we realized we weren't getting into our sets and we were throwing the ball away, turning it over, so we were trying to like really focus on our defense.
And that's kind of just who we have to be. You know, our offense is getting better. Again, we shot the three pretty well again today, which is key for us, but we weren't able to get anything out of the post. You know, we were, and if we can't do that, that's going to always limit us. But, you know, to kind of feed off that a little bit and feed off your question is, I was really pleased that our kids weren't surprised. You know, they weren't surprised to be leading. They weren't surprised to be ahead. They weren't, you know, that tells me something about them.
Sure.
Piggybacking off what he said, have you ever seen a game where two halves so stark different?
Yeah, I've seen a lot of things. You know, it's. I am surprised that they got to that many in the second half. But again, I'm going to credit a lot of that to them. And I'm the first one to tell our kids when they have made the mistakes. I thought we got a little tentative at times. I thought we had some giveaway turnovers. You know, but they demanded that we had to guard at a faster pace and guard inside more. And we tried to stop that, and we just, you know, they were better at their stuff, more athletic at their stuff throughout the 40 minutes than we were capable of being.
Right. You think the rest of the team stepped up nicely with Megan? You know,
Yeah, I thought they did a great job. I mentioned Chelsea. You know, again, Arm can get to the basket on anyone. I mean, this is a team. We were realistically fearful of being able to even get a touch of the paint. I mean, we knew we'd struggle to get the ball to the wing. We knew we'd struggle to get. We were realistically fearful to get the ball to the paint, and Arm could get there. And the thing that our kids have to learn, and the step that our kids have to take, is the consistency of it. You know, Arm can get to the paint on them, who's as good as anyone that's not based in stores playing defense, and got to be able to do that regularly. Chelsea can go get 10 rebounds against them. She can't settle for one against some of the other people. You know, and you know, Cece got to the basket at times. Elena played incredible defense, which she always does. You know, so it's just kids have got to understand it's not who we play; it's playing our way and playing to their capabilities all the time. And I think they're starting to get that.
You know, you don't have a lot of time to learn for your next game.
No, I mean that's the time of year. You know, I mean they understand. There's no reinventing the wheel this time of year.
Pretty encouraging from your standpoint, I'm sure, to have Megan struggle that much and be right there.
Well, it's not encouraging that she struggled.
No, but I mean, obviously.
But yeah, I mean that's
against
you know,
them.
again, yeah, and it's, you know, she had some pretty good looks. Didn't go
Right,
down.
yeah.
She got in her head. Now, as I said, you know, and this is for her teammates and for us as coaches. How does she respond? And you know, again, as Jeff said, there's not a lot of time to think about it. She's got to come back because we need it. You know, we're going to keep going to her. She's a really good player, and you know, she'll learn from this.
Anything else? Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thanks.